Okay, so continue. So we call sensor controller init at simple potentiometer init. And then we call the sensor controller task. This one at the simple potentiometer perform periodic task. And then okay, to handle the event. Okay. Okay, so code review. So at simple potentiometer init, we initialize the sensor controller. And then at Bluetooth connection, every 5,000 milliseconds, this simple potentiometer perform periodic task will be called, and then it will start that task. You will execute the task once. So what happens is it will uh, first do the initialization code, sensor controller initialization code, execution code, and termination. So at execution code, we average the ADC and then save it to pot value. Then after that, we call firmware. We call this FW gen alert interrupt, which would alert the application, and then go to here. So here we handle the alert, and then we access the sensor controller task data. So the pot value will be saved to pot analog. And then we post an event which will go to the simple potentiometer task fxn. It will handle that event. So and then it will go to here, and then we write to we set parameter pot service set parameter. So to the characteristics one, and then we set the pot analog data. So I will rebuild this and then flash the X file to CC2640 RTF flashpad. Okay, so it did not work. So at the sensor controller path sampler, we just call this shift execute task once MBL to execute the task. But just calling this is not enough. So we also need to call shift reset task tracks. So it says here after sensor controller task has been stopped, you must reset the task data structures before it can be restarted. So we need to call shift reset task structs, and we just have output structs data struct, and then we need to call shift wait on NBL, which is for it means wait for previous task control operation to finish. So I updated the sensor controller path sampler. So this is the code. and then reset the structs. So we only have output struct. Okay. So now for testing. Okay, so this is the setup. So the CC2640 RTF launchpad is coin cell powered. So here is the notification. So I'm going to turn the potentiometer to the right. And now it's full right. Then I go back. Okay, so it works.